Someone was standing outside Kai's restroom stall. He could see a woman's feet beneath the door. Then dark hair appeared above the partition, followed by a forehead and two eyes. Her face kept rising. But the feet below the door never moved. When Kai kicked the stall open, no one was there. The story is said to have happened in 2014 in a small town in northeastern China. Kai and his friend Lin had spent the evening drinking at an outdoor barbecue stall. Close to midnight, Kai asked where he could find a restroom. The owner pointed across the road toward an aging apartment building. An old public toilet stood beneath it, behind several closed shops. Kai crossed the road alone. Near the entrance, he noticed a woman standing with her face toward the wall. She wore a loose white dress. Her dark hair covered part of her back, and a sharp, sour smell hung around her. Kai assumed she was drunk or upset. Feeling bold from the alcohol, he asked whether she wanted to join them for a drink. The woman did not turn around. Kai waited, then went inside. The restroom looked as if it had not been repaired in years. Several stalls were unusable. The floor was damp, one tap kept dripping, and a weak bulb flickered above the sinks. No one else was inside. Kai entered the last working stall and closed the door. A few seconds later, he heard the hard click of heels on the wet floor. The footsteps passed the empty stalls one by one, then stopped directly outside his door. He waited for someone to speak. Nothing. A shadow appeared beneath the partition. 2 feet stood close to the door, facing him. Kai cleared his throat. The feet did not move. There were several empty stalls, yet whoever had entered had chosen to stand in front of his. Then the sour smell returned. Kai looked up. A patch of dark hair had appeared above the stall door. At first, he thought the woman might be standing on something, but he could still see both of her feet beneath the partition. They were flat on the floor, exactly where they had been. More of her head rose into view. Her forehead appeared, then her eyes, partly hidden behind loose strands of hair. It was the same woman from outside. Her feet stayed on the ground while her face continued to rise above the door. For several seconds, neither of them moved. The dripping tap seemed unusually loud. The weak bulb buzzed above the sinks. Then the woman tilted her head. Kai kicked the stall door as hard as he could. It flew open and struck the wall. The space outside was empty. The entrance stood open. The other stalls were empty. There was nowhere nearby to hide, and nothing beside the door that anyone could have climbed on. Kai ran back across the road. Lin saw him coming and stood up. Kai was sweating, his face pale, and the alcohol no longer seemed to affect him. He paid the bill and pulled Lin away. They ran for 2 intersections before stopping. When Kai explained what he had seen, Lin blamed the alcohol, the weak light, and the broken restroom. Kai kept repeating that he had seen her feet beneath the door while her face was rising above it. They went home still disagreeing. Nothing similar ever happened to Kai again. Even so, he stopped using isolated public restrooms after midnight. Years later, he admitted that darkness and alcohol might have distorted part of what he saw. But he still remembered the feet under the door while the face continued to rise. The feet never moved. Subscribe to Mistcurrent Stories for more unexplained encounters and strange local legends with no clear answer.